What's up, YouTube? This is Tuesday night chest workout and upper body. Last week I hurt myself on incline bench doing 295 and I felt something pop. So I wasn't sure how this was going to go. I came in, got up to 225, started feeling a little pinch. So I threw on the slingshot made by Mark Bell from howmuchyoubench.com. This tool helps to relieve some of the pressure down into the shoulder. I ended up getting 10 reps on that. Yeah, so I wear this usually to overload, but today, since I was underloading myself because of pain, I kept the weights not as heavy, I don't think. And since this is normally what I would be repping out without the slingshot, I figured I needed to do a little more reps. So I got 10 with 295 right here. I wasn't going down as far as I'd like, but that was just simply to keep the pain out of my shoulder. I hit 315 here for 7. Wasn't too bad, wasn't feeling too much pain. Went up pretty easy. Yeah. The next set, I figured I'd jump up 10 pounds on each side. That'd make that 335. I didn't know exactly how many reps I'd get with this. As soon as I picked it up, it wasn't too heavy, but the moment I got down towards the bottom and started to press upward, I could feel that pinch again. So instead of going for another rep, I racked it. Had to be satisfied with that. It's kind of really pissed off since I can't just bench how I want right now because of the pain. Normally I drop the weight down to this and do pause reps like I'm going to do here. Usually it'd be like a 3-second pause. This is not as long. Just too much pain here. So you're only going to see me hit this for 3 reps. At this point I was like, man, this is enough fucking benching. I'm going to have to let this heal up for a week. Or maybe longer. I might be doing a lot of slingshot work in the next couple weeks just to try to get rid of that pain. This is what I call rep work. I don't really do this for strength. This just helps me with size and get in some extra work. Right here I'm doing 115 pounds on each side, 230 altogether. I get 30 reps right here. My first set I didn't film, but I also got 140 pounds total, 70 on each side, but I hit it for 50 reps. Repetitions at this point really don't matter. I just go to failure, and each week kind of challenge myself to hit a few more reps than last week. I like this machine. I've been using it every time I do upper body because it has like a closer grip, so I feel like a lot of pressure on my tricep, but also at the same time I'm getting a good squeeze in my chest and a lot of blood in there. Because it's on the machine, I don't have to focus too much on balancing or anything like that. I can just muscle up the weight. Then I moved over here to some cable tricep pushdowns. I call this method the triple threat by Devin Johnson, which is a buddy of mine. We were working out together and we kind of created this, where the first part of the movement you stand far away and you push as many as you can out. Then you'll come close to the machine and stand over the top of it like you're pushing somebody down to the ground. And you can get a little more rest because it's a stronger position. You're standing over the bar. It makes it easier to push and to continue reps to really kind of get the blood in there. We'll lighten up the load, and then we will reverse the grip. I think the benefit of doing this triple threat is that you're hitting it from several different angles, which A, you get more blood flow, you know, because you're pumping blood everywhere, and B, you're hitting it from so many different angles. It's kind of what you want as far as improving an arm or the strength of an arm. You don't want a weakness in a different area, so more angles the better. But that's also just my opinion. This is how I do it. I normally probably do anywhere from 2 to 4 sets of any of these exercises, depending on how heavy I go on my bench work or whatever my main work is for the day. It'll kind of decide on how many sets of each exercise I do for that exercise. So mostly I'm concerned here is blood flow. This is my next exercise, the cable side lateral. I know you're probably wondering, what the hell is he doing? Well, if you do it in this position, you'll notice that you'll feel a lot of the pressure in the top part of the movement, which gives you that peak up top. This is also one of those movements I've turned into a triple threat, where you'll see me do it both ways like this, and then I will grab the cable from behind and do the side lateral from the back position, which you'll see me do right here in a minute. The reason I do it from behind like this is if you can look that the tension on the cable is more constant through the bottom part of the movement. So now I've concentrated on working the peak, the low part of the movement, and for the triple threat part of the movements, I will do a front raise after this. And this is all one set. I like to point out that it looks like I'm rocking, but it's not so much of a rock as it is more of staying in a rhythm. I think with these cable movements, being too rigid puts a lot of pressure on the joints. So kind of having the lean on the way down takes pressure off certain parts of my back on the way down, and on the way up, it just works out for me. It's what it is. So this is my second triple threat of the evening. I think these benefit because a lot of times people tend to go really heavy or try to go heavy thinking that the heavier they go on the side raises or your side dumbbell laterals, the bigger the muscle's gonna get. But for like years I tried to just keep throwing around heavy weight with shitty form, and it got me no fucking delts. So instead of doing that, I like to try to keep the tension on the muscle. I use lighter weights. Not that I never go heavy, but there'll be a lot of lightweight warm-ups, you know, a set of 30, a set of 20, a set of 15, 10 reps, you know. You got to get that blood flow in there. That's what's really going to make the delts grow, in my opinion. Once again, hitting it at 3 different angles will make sure that you're putting enough load on all the heads. I sure do make some funny fucking faces, though. Well, next up, we'll move to the pec deck here in a minute. I like to do a lot of rear delt exercises on my chest days, or just in general, because I think I have a problem during the bench press on keeping my shoulders tight and back. I have really long arms, so when I bench press, if I don't get my shoulders back, I will put so much shoulder involvement that, you know, that's why I keep getting pulls. And I find if I have a stronger center back, it's easier to hold that position while I'm benching. It's better for my posture. It pins my shoulders back instead of having that tight chest that rolls your shoulders inward and forward. When I'm doing this movement, I kind of just pretend like I'm treading water. I still really want to squeeze at the very end, you know, to get that contraction in the back. But like I said on the other thing, you want to keep a rhythm. Going too far forward in the front sometimes I notice can pinch on the delt. So if that's the case, I would stop before you come all the way center and just do the movement from there, because the main point is to squeeze backwards. This is the last movement of the night. I'm going to call this the chest tricep extension, because literally I just lay the dumbbells almost onto my chest and extend them out like I'm doing a close bench press. I couldn't close bench press this week, obviously, because of the shoulder pain, so this is something to substitute. It didn't hurt my shoulder. My elbow position is where I feel comfortable. You know, you see some guys bring their elbows close in, some keep them real wide. I put them where it feels like it should be. If the shit hurts, it probably doesn't work. So find your spot. On this next set after this, I'm just going to say ahead of time, take a look in the back. There was a woman who came in and I seen her throw on 25 pounds on each side of the 45-pound bar, repped it out, and I said, wow. Then I seen her load up the 45s, which would be 135 pounds, and she ended up knocking it out for 5 reps. Well, after congratulating her, come to find out, I said, obviously you train for something. I haven't seen very many women do this. And she goes to tell me that she used to be a powerlifter. So I thought that was pretty amazing to see a chick come in and bench like it's nobody's business. I think these movements that I'm doing here are good for improving lockout on chest. It's probably why I do them. I have long arms, so the bigger my triceps are, most likely the bigger I'll bench. Right here, I'm 165 in body weight. I just wanted to see how many fucking close grip pull-ups I could do. Wasn't very many. I feel like a fucking heavy tank while I'm pulling myself up, but I think it'll be a nice challenge each week to see if I can't beat the record from last week. So thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe. See ya.